Okay, so recently Amazon Prime released its new show. You might have known about it already if you don't live under a stone. But it's called Tandav and it has a really magnificent star cast. And there has been a lot of talk about it. There have been controversies, people talking about it, and all that. And that sort of pushed me to watch the episodes. I mean, I had no intention of doing so, but out of the peer pressure, I thought, okay, why not? Let's do it. And when I did it, I realized, let me just change the camera here a little bit. I realized that in all these series that Amazon Prime has been putting out, there has been a trend that needs addressing. It has been a trend that has been irking me for the longest time. Is irking a word? It irks me. Okay. So I thought, why not talk about it on my channel? And that is what I'm going to do. See, I only have 5 subscribers, so if you want to leave, you can. So it just doesn't matter. I'm going to talk about it. I'm just sort of going to review it. Hey man, what gives you the right to talk about the show? You don't know anything. What do you know about me? Boo! Well, first of all, I took an elective in I read a paper in college that was about film and theory. So I'm qualified. But yes, he's right. I'm not going to be reviewing the show because I in no way have the intellect to review it. People with much greater intellect and much greater body of work worked for it, and it is way greater than my level of review. I mean, I cannot review it at all. So I'm not going to review it. I'm just going to talk about the things I dislike. I think that works right now. Okay, now talking about the things I didn't like, or the show in itself, and the thing I wanted to address. Okay, now the problem is that I sort of compare every show that deals with these kind of scenarios with Godfather. I mean, I just can't fail at doing that. I think that every movie that sort of deals with these scenarios take elements from Godfather. I mean, the sort of Oedipian tale that a son taking over his father's realm and all that. It just sort of makes sense for me to compare it with Godfather in the slightest manner or in the biggest manner. But the problem here is that a slight time or a slight place where Godfather excels is the fact that it builds in a linear manner on a single plot. I mean, there are a lot of plots, but it sort of deals with them in a linear way. Now, what happens in the case of this show is that because they've invested so much in the star cast, magnificent star cast, magnificent production, they are going to make a lot of seasons out of it to earn their money back, which means they invent a lot of subplots. And if they would have, and this is what I think, they would have linearly developed the storyline they invent and they bring forward in the first episode. It would have been great. It would have been serious hit. But what they do is they spend a lot of time, this being the first season and 9 episodes of it, they spend a lot of their time inventing subplots that they're going to stretch till I don't know which season to earn their money back, and they invent a lot of subplots and they end them so that they could have a clean ending in episode 9, and that is where all the screenplay goes. I mean, we came to saw this magnificent cast acting. Act in the greatest manner possible. Saif Ali Khan, Digman Shadulia, Dimple Kapadia, and all of them. But what we see is an overused, overused actor, which is Sunil Grover, trying to invent plots, trying to pay people to do something, and then sort of ending them in a reggae manner towards the end so that we could have a clean ending. And that is where this fails. That is where it fucking fails. And it has been a trend with a lot of series where they invent a lot of subplots so that they could have a lot to build upon, but they forget the fact that your audience is actually being mind fucked. They don't know what is going on half the time. They're just watching it because their friend said so. And they would be a social outcast if they do not watch it. And that's the reality. That's why I watched it. Fuck peer pressure. And now they want me to watch Friends as well. Why do I watch Friends? Why? Anything more used in this series than this song is this guy. I mean, seriously, Sunil Grover is a great actor. But why ask him to do a Haryanvi accent? Just ask him to do a brute Punjabi accent. That would have been brilliant. He failed at doing Haryanvi. Now we've listened to this guy right here. He's great at Haryanvi. His Haryanvi seems feeble, like really feeble. So that was a trend that irks me, and a lot of people might come up to this and watch the first few seconds and then leave. I understand that I only have 5 subscribers. My channel has no reach whatsoever, so I don't care. But this had to come out. The greatest thing about having a failing YouTube channel is that you can just open up your camera and do anything you want. And I really want to exploit that ability, and that's what I'm doing. So this was a small review, a very small review of what I think went wrong with Tandav. If you want to contradict me, comment section is up to you. If you think that I did something good, you can always like the video, you can always subscribe and watch my other videos as well.
ਹੱਸਦੇ ਚਿਹਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਦੇ ਕੋਈ ਤਕਲੀਫ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਉਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤਕਲੀਫਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਡੀਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ